Yay, look at that. I got me an intro song that's not only really good, but won't get me a copyright strike. And that's really all that matters, huh? Anyways, welcome to the Daily Delete with me, your host, Jay, as I go through 13 years of Facebook posts, calendar day by calendar day, and then delete them all. Today is episode March 17th, and I already went through my Facebook feed for today because it's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm like violently anti St. Patrick's Day because, St. Patrick's Day is kind of like a day to celebrate Irish stereotypes, and every time I see someone try to push an Irish stereotype, I just want to get drunk and get into a fist fight with them. So I had to cut through everything and make sure that didn't happen today. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and get the party started. That's right. I'm coming up, so you better get the party started. 12 years ago today, I'm happy to be back at work. If you've been tuning in on a regular basis over the past 2 days, you will have experienced the adventure of me losing a vehicle and then gaining a vehicle. I had my 1994 Ford Bronco just fall apart on me. The bearings on every wheel went out all at once, and all of a sudden it was like ice skating down the hill. So unfortunately it was going to cost a lot more money than the truck was worth, so I had to get rid of it and go get a new car. And I went from a Ford Bronco to a Buick Century, and man, the difference was like night and day. But yeah, so good. I was back at work. Exciting, right? Good. Deleted. Beleated. If you ever hear me say beleated, that's because of Homestar Runner, and Homestar Runner is a website with a cartoon people on it, and I think, dude, that just hit like its 20th anniversary or something. So yeah, I'm old, and I've been on the internet forever. So speaking of old and on the internet forever, Amy Queen, a buddy of mine from high school, tagged me in a post 12 years ago. That's great. That's fun. Not even going to look at it. We got it figured out. Your profile image is a cross. Like, we got you. It's just like how isn't it weird? Like, your high school buddies come find you on Facebook, and you find out they've never left their hometown, and suddenly they're very devout, and then they want to sell you detox tea. It's like just weird. Okay. 11 years ago today, if you knew, man, I thought I got all of them. I didn't. If you knew the true meaning of St. Patrick's Day, would you actually celebrate it? And then there's 27 comments in there, so it's going to be a bunch of fighting. Yeah, that's all right. I'm not going to focus on fighting today because I think I already did that the last two posts. We're going to move on. Also, the Mohawk is back. We actually, my buddy Chris Rush is actually in the band in the opening sequence of this show. And so we did this thing where we created something called St. Mohawk's Day, where if you wanted to on St. Patrick's Day, you could come down to Popeye's Tavern and order a beer and get a free haircut. And it would be a free haircut any style you want, as long as that style was a mohawk. Hence, St. Mohawk's Day. And I still celebrate it, believe it or not. Currently, I have a mohawk, so... Roxanne Beaumont is sending me a note saying, dude, Bill will be at the LA show with everyone else, I'm sure. This is about Repo the Genetic Opera, and we're talking about Bill Moseley. Funny story, like, here we are 10 years later, and I am this close to working with Bill Moseley. Like, it almost happened, and it's probably gonna happen. It almost happened, but then COVID hit. Things are going to change. We'll get to work. The dude's great, too. Like, I've met him at horror conventions, and I've shot the shit with him. And he's pretty cool. He's, like, super into horror, and he's also smart as shit. Like, Dude, I can't even tell you how smart he is. You're just going to have to figure it out on your own. Speaking of figuring out if someone's smart or not, here's a bunch of pictures of me. And they're all pictures of me from Popeye's Tavern, actually, believe it or not. Like, see, there's one. You can see the mutton chops, the leather jacket. This Renaissance fair sucks. I don't normally wear necklaces, so I don't know what's up with that necklace. There is a picture of me electroplating a Beretta 22 Tomcat. So yeah, see, there's proof and evidence that I was a gunsmith at one point. That's probably the only picture I have of me actively working on firearms. So interesting. All right, remove tag. Off the Popeyes. Smell you laters. Yep. No likes, comments, or shares, so no one cared. So no one's gonna miss it. 10 years ago today, Chris Rush. Happy to see Mohawks Day. Same to you, buddy. See, unlike then, I actually have a Mohawk now too. I have one too. We all have one. Delete post. Cool story. Nothing says exciting social media content like this, like men talking about their haircuts, though. One suggestion is that snakes refer to the serpent symbolism of the Druids during that time and place, as evinced on coins minted in Gaul. Connections may exist between big tattoos of snakes on Druids' arms, as Irish schoolchildren are taught, with the way in which in the legend of St. 28 comments later, and I'm just going to delete it. Like, my anti-St. Patrick's crusade went on Facebook for long enough, and like, all I did was start fights, and I'm just like, whatever. It's not enough to be not racist. You have to be anti-racist. But anyways, I shit you not. I just got a text. Are you being serious, or do you mean that? Yep, I did. Happens they're out there. Wait a minute, it might be a trap. Everyone's like, what? It's a simple yes or no question. Yeah, I guess it is a simple yes or no question. Thank you, Ashley. If the moon was made of cheese, would you eat it? I would try at least a piece of it. Jesus Christ, why would you ask that? Oh, what is this? A Reddit post in the middle of this? That can't be any good. Oh, yeah, and the person who sent me that text was my sister. And she says, you are an ass, a complete ass. And I said, hey, come on, dude. I asked you if you knew what you just sent me. But if I met him, tell him no, he's a total ass. That's why we love him. Yep. Okay. Was that creepy? Okay. Anyways, good talk. I thought it was pretty funny. Like, that's one of the probably the funniest text I've ever gotten in my life. Well, it's up there. That's up there with like the new Jar Jar Binks image. Oh wait, no, I sent that one out. What? What is this? My Reddit post is actually a Tumblr post. Can I go to Tumblr? Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Camera, yeah, here it goes. I shit you not, I got a text you being serious. Did you mean that? Did you real? Did you make it? Wow. Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, this is my Tumblr. I don't know, have you guys ever seen this? This is my next project where I'm going to go through 8 years of Tumblr posts and delete them day by day. I'm kidding. No. This is kind of like a little microblog. And I have everything set up here where if I post it on Instagram and or Twitter or Facebook, it posts here, I think. No. My Instagram posts go here. And then from here they go to Twitter. Because if you post from Instagram to Twitter, it strips your images. But if you post from Instagram to Tumblr to Twitter, it keeps your images. So I've got this all purely automated. And the funniest part about the automation on this is that I never go back and I look at it. And I don't really need to because, like, there is never any responses. Like, either I have fallen into the black hole of Tumblr or, like, I'm shadow banned, which I don't know why I would be shadow banned, but funny enough, I actually, yeah, you better run. I saw that. You saw that? Who saw that? Someone put that in the chat. Tell me you saw that. So yeah, I'm shadow banned. I feel like I might be shadow banned because check this out. Like, no, it's okay. My giant wobbly head's in the way. You can get into the kitchen. So at one point, my Tumblr was actually restricted for adults only because they flagged 2 or 3 of my posts as being pornography, but there were pictures of my daughter. And what happened was the Tumblr algorithms went through. They decided to suddenly do all right, no more porn spamming. Enough with the fucking porn. We're not hosting porn. We're going to stop it. So they sent their robots through Tumblr and they started going and looking for porn. And the robots got to the point where they found so much porn that skin tone set off the flagging. And it was pictures, like close-up pictures of my daughter, and it was like she's drinking a bottle or watching cartoons, but it was fully clothed, right? But it was enough of her naked arm showing in a close-up of her drinking a bottle that, like, Tumblr was like, this is porn. And they flagged my account for porn, and I actually had to fight with them and be like, no, it's not. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. That's not porn. That's a child drinking milk. And, like, to this day, like nothing. And like, look, this is the nicest, like smoothest, coolest looking Tumblr here. Like, it's so well maintained and well designed. Like, dude, it's fast and efficient and it's pretty, but there is nothing. There is no response. There's nothing on here, like, ever. So I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned. Anyways, that's great. Tune in tomorrow when I talk about my my Reddit account, which is like 180 freaking years old, and it's got thousands of upvotes, billions of upvotes, and yet I still have no Bitcoins. Reddit should come out with a Bitcoin and be like, no, you know what? Actually, now that I think about that, and it didn't take too long to think about this, so maybe it wasn't a good idea to begin with, but I was going to say maybe Reddit should offer Bitcoins for good posts, but then I realized that immediately someone's going to game the system and just massively post a bunch of stuff that they know is going to be a big hit and make tons of money. So there, you might be able to gamify social network content, but you can't really make money off of it. I've seen websites try to do. I'm like way verging off the course here. All right, let's reel it back here. 8 years ago today, I guess I have enough time this morning to change my profile pic and cover image to show my disgust for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, cool story, Jay. Whatever, move on. 8 years ago today, I came home to find out that someone stole my cactus plant. Yeah, I had this amazing like cactus plant growing on a pot on the balcony in the apartment I lived in Philadelphia. And it was like, it had a cholla bone in it, which is like, I don't know if you've ever seen the bone of a cholla plant, but they're really awesome looking and they're kind of like super rare. And I had one from one of the last times I was, no, not collarbone, cholla bone. Come on. Cholla cactus plant? Yes, I know I'm drifting. Leave me alone, it's my show and I'll do what I want with it. There it is, cholla wood right there. See that? Like, I had this, right? But I had like a 2-foot section of it, maybe 3-foot section. And like, kind of hard to find. And I had one and it was awesome. And I had like a plant growing through it and like woven into it. And it was all sitting in a pot standing straight up and it looked really cool and all that. Some motherfucker stole it. I just flat out fucking stole it. It's like, who sees someone's plant on a balcony and is like, yoink? And I could probably narrow it down to the 2 or 3 people who I knew because I would always see them on that balcony. They would also fish through the ashtray for cigarette butts. Cigarette butts that we would leave out there. So, yeah, I knew who it was. But, you know, you can't, like, unless you catch the dude, you can't really say anything. So, yeah, bummer. I'll just talk about civil rights and social justice, and here I am just drinking. Yep. Terrible, right? Look at this, Walter Mbao, dude, from Zimbabwe. He's like, what's wrong with the blacks? And I'm like, first off, who are you? And why did you comment on a photo that's over 3 years old? So weird. Where's the delete button? There it is. Boop. Anyways. Fight the good fight, Jay. Speaking of fighting a good fight, I want to know what the hell this is. I mean, I guess what it is. It's like, it looks like my desk came to life and bred with itself because it's a Stormtrooper Xenomorph, but why the dice? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, deleted. That will not be on my Instagram, by the way, so don't even bother looking for that again. That's gone forever. And 7 years ago today, no matter what the reason is, today you're thinking about booze and family, aren't you? I know I am. I'm not boozing it up yet. It is like, why am I being sober for most of St. Patrick's Day? That's weird. Oh, yeah, because I'm busy. I've not given up on the day yet. 7 years ago today, I rearranged the battle station for optimal sunlight and fresh air. Look at that. Look how awesome that computer is. And that desktop, like, see that giant tablet? I had a tablet that was the same size as my monitor. And holy cow, dude, the stuff I was making. Hey, you see there? Look, there's the ever-present coffee mug and the ever-present succulent plant. And if you look on the shelf, look, there's a Darth Vader, there's a Stormtrooper, there's a giant piece of blue glass. Like, I am a simple creature, dude. I have not changed in decades. Well, I got a sweet and loving wife. I guess that's a big difference. Aw, see, she's in the room. I had to say something because I like when she says something during the broadcasts. On this day 7 years ago, I just took a Zimbio quiz and got back a randomly generated result completely disconnected to my answers, along with a screen capture of a character that likely did not involve permission or compensation for either the writers, producers, or the actor, all in exchange for the answers to silly questions and a connection to my Facebook account, granting Zimbio access to a mountain of personal data about me and my friends, now conveniently cross-indexed with information about my preferred pets, vacation spots, and vehicles, helpfully volunteered during the stupid question phase, all resulting in a valuable list Zimbio sells to marketers and creepier ads across every website I've ever connected to Facebook. Oh my god, what have I done? It was just a stupid quiz, and I didn't get to be Lando Calrissian anyway, so if you read this far, please share it on your timeline and let your friends know that they're doing when they participate in these things online. Thank you. Yes, true story. And by the way, that is Lando Calrissian in the background of that meme, and you cannot tell me any differently because I just deleted it. You'll never know. All right, on this day 7 years ago, speaking of, my share responsibility page says 3 more likes and I get insights and I get to name the page. Help a brother out. Alison Giannato points out our butter, Rebutter. It's a website that, so let me tell you about this website because it's actually really effing clever and I wish it still existed, but I just checked it today and it does not work anymore. What it would do is it's a little browser plugin. And this was before the time of Facebook fact checkers, but it was a little plugin, and you would like, if you got news on your blog feed, your Facebook feed, social media stuff, and it was something like, I don't know, Joe Biden eats a puppy today for breakfast, then your little rebutter thing would pop up and say, is this news correct, yes or no? And if it said yes, it would give you sources to cite the fact that it was true, and if it was false, it would cite you sources that proved it was false. So at any time you wanted to point out to someone that either what they posted was correct or incorrect, it would instantly give you a guide for it. So you could be like, nah, that's not true, or that is true, or why are we fighting about this? Like, it was a great website. It doesn't work anymore. That's a bummer because people don't like the truth. So, cool story. I feel like during those pauses, I should just play the music again real loud for a few seconds, right? On this day 7 years ago, I'm psyched here. I'm about to release my first app shortly. There is a screenshot of an APK I was uploading. This was in my very first app I designed and created. Those of you who have been watching the show for the past few months, this show's been on for a few months now. Anyways, I talk at length quite a bit about the software company that I started. Because while it was a massive undertaking and a large portion of my life for a good few years, and I basically created this startup for making software applications. And created the company. Everything went smoothly for a few months, and it bottomed out pretty quick. And so as soon as I left, I started up a new software company. This one I think had a much better order of operations because it was just me and my daughter playtesting. And yeah, so over the course of the few years with the original software company, we came out with one app, and then I left. And in the meantime, I created a new company and I released 2 apps, I think, 3 apps. I released one was like a really simple website style app, and the other one was some other doohickey I was messing with, but came out with multiple apps in 6 months. And over the course of 4 years, the company I left behind came out with one app. And it was the same app that we released, just redone in HD. And by HD, I mean they broke it. So I don't know. Proof's in the pudding. I guess if you're watching this, I can tell you a secret. And the secret is I'm about to go back into doing the app creation thing again. Isn't that exciting? Like, oh, you just wait, dude. It's going to be awesome. So it's going to be just like I'm going to remake the first app, but in 3D. Yes. Okay, delete post. Anyway, we saw it was there. Mayhem Incorporated is still there online. If you want, you can go ahead and like, follow, and obey that Facebook page. 6 years ago, posted something from 2 years ago. And it's like, yep, thank you. Someone's there. Delete. It's square. A square picture on my Facebook page. You know what that means? It's on my Instagram. Never play poker scared. Quote of the night. I don't know who said that or where or when, but true story. Don't do it. If you're going to play poker, be brave. Speaking of which, is the boy's using the Oculus. Is he playing poker yet?
No.
He's drumming, apparently. Apparently he found the little drummer boy simulator. Write that down. That's my next app. It's going to be a little drummer boy simulator, and you just sit there and you're going to be like, bleep, 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 bleep.
Don't respond.
Okay, so 6 years ago today, I asked God for a bike, but I know God doesn't work that way. So I stole a bike and asked for forgiveness. Yep. Just start. Look, 35 people agree with me there. Like 35 thumbs ups. Oh, you know what? That just means there were no other options for reactions. And speaking of which, you still can't like react or re-react to old posts, like at all. But look at that! I can message every single person here. I bet that'd be fun. Oh look, adding friends. Look, whoa, that's cute. I got a bunch of people here who I'm not friends with on here. Huh. I should add them just because that'd be funny, right? Yeah. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, I can't add her. She passed away. I'm going to add all these people, knowing full well I'm going to get private messages from them going, why did you refriend me? And I'm going to be like, because you liked my picture of the kid on a bike. Duh. 6 years ago today. That's what I get for watching the sun come up. I overslept. I don't know why I watched the sun come up. I just did. It happens. What's this say here? Decisions. I don't know what decisions that was. Scratching. Oh, okay. I guess I don't know what's happening there. Dude, I really can't. I'm sorry. I can't stand my own Facebook posts sometimes. Like, Vig book posts are ridiculous. It's like, I'm just going to post something and it's not going to make any sense to anyone. And then I'm going to see it a year or two later and it's not going to make any sense to me. Like, why? Why do that? And that's one of the reasons why I'm going through this and deleting stuff. This was actually pretty good. 6 years ago today. Be you. Be what you want and then become unbreakable. That's right. Be yourself and then hit yourself with a hammer. I think that's what I'm saying. 5 years ago today. I've had my phone for over a year now. How did this go on for so long? I went to go type in but those titties. And it says add titties to dictionary. So you're telling me I had my phone for over a year and I not once added the word titties to my dictionary? Like, what is wrong with me? That should be in your dictionary on your phone. Like, you ever have to type out the phrase, "Yeah, I'm going to go walk the ducking dog"? No. No, but why is ducking in our phones? We never use the word ducking. 5 years ago today, a lot of woke people have this superiority complex, and it's so ironic. You freed your mind only to become a slave to your own ego. True story. You know, some people take that woke thing so far. At the same time, you got to be careful because being anti-woke usually means you're pro-racist. I'll let you people fight over that one. Let's see here. 5 years ago today, hey, it's a Bernie Sanders video. 30 years of speeches from Bernie Sanders. Look at him fighting for the man for 30 years. I bet you wish you voted for him now, didn't you? No, probably not. You probably did vote for him, and then the DNC happened. Okay, so 5 years ago today, I posted this meme, and this meme is a really good response to every single time someone turns and asks me, why do you post the stuff you do on social media? Why can't you just be quiet? Why do you share your stories? Why do you talk? We're getting into ASMR range at this point. Yes. Enjoy this ASMR as I sip this tea.
Ew.
It's supposed to be like, this is an ear. And ASMR people, they do this. They're like,
I think that it didn't work that way.
no, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Shit. I was going to pull off the foam and never mind. Anyways, here is the meme. It's important that we share our experiences with other people. Your story will heal you, and your story will heal somebody else. When you tell your story, you free yourself and give other people permission to acknowledge their own story. Yep. 3 likes, 2 shares. I always think like the most impactful things I post on Facebook are going to get spread like wildfire, but no, it's usually like my snarky comments or pictures of cats hanging from trees. All right, on that same thing here, kind of the same idea behind this meme. Many people think that being spiritual means being positive, but being spiritual means being conscious and aware. To become conscious, it is a much different thing than to become positive. To become conscious and aware, we must become authentic. Authenticity includes both positive and negative. So if you're one of those like bright light, funny, fuzzy bunny witch practitioners, and that's all you ever do is talk about positive and you never address the dark side or the shadow side of anything, you're not really being authentic. Like, human experience is on both sides of the spectrum. And if you only work on one side of the spectrum, you're off balance. So, right? Yeah. So make sure your chakras are aligned before you fuck with me, buddy. On this day 5 years ago, the universe. You have been offered for the selector. Yeah, okay. Anyways. Thank you, universe. If you have any questions about the universe, please consult your assigned advisor called Science. I love the signature, though. The universe signature here, that's dope. I dig this. This is a good post. Thank you, Symphony of Science. Which, by the way, is my favorite Megadeth album. 5 years ago today, Chimichanga Ngozi Adidas says, there are people who dislike you because you do not dislike yourself. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a good one. This feels almost like my comedy routine where I try to tell really bad jokes and try not to laugh while doing it. I'm really sorry how that happened. And look, another Irish thing pops through my feed. Figures. 1916, Easter Rising, Dublin, Ireland. The Easter Rebellion, right? Do you guys know about it? I bet you don't. Guess what? It's right there on Wikipedia. Go look it up. Easter Rising, 1916. That's your homework for today. Report back tomorrow. Tell me what you learned. First one who does that gets a prize. I will give you
A battery.
I will give you this 2010 Nexus 7 It works slowly, but it works. Maybe, I don't know, chop your drugs on it. I don't know what to tell you. Perfect summer driving song, Teenage Kicks by the Undertones. And yes, absolutely. Great song. I got to remember to play that after this transmission here. Can't play it during robots, but I will play it shortly after. So, 5 years ago today, quoting former Republican Senator George Vinovich, explaining how Republican leaders instructed their members to vote against everything President Obama proposed as soon as he took office. The quote was, if President Obama was for it, we had to be against it. Hey, guess what? This is what created Donald Trump. Good work, guys. And you're going to be all mad saying the Democrats are obstructionists. Like, are you not even self-aware? Books of Adam. Adam Ellis is actually really funny. Like, cartoon style is like, but it's always funny stuff. Like, I would love to do a daily cartoon thing, but I can't be funny on a regular basis on the daily. Like, it's hard enough trying to do this. Speaking of hard enough, there she is, Sigh. When will death come? You know what? You could have helped out a little bit, Becky. Look at that. 20 likes, 10 shares. You're welcome, Adam. Where's my t-shirt? Meh. Can't delete it. I do like sharing stuff. It's fun. On this day 5 years ago, you are everything I want, but I do not want this. Be patient with me when I am afraid of you. I guess this is what Alanis Morissette was singing about in that song Uninvited. I guess. I don't know. I've never been to Lilith Fair, so I don't quite understand it.
I have.
Oh, you went to Lilith Fair?
Yep.
Wow.
It was great.
Like, you're the first person I've met who admits to that. That's cool.
It was a great concert.
I'm sure it was. I would have loved it. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Dude, like Switchblade Symphony or Black Tape for a Blue Girl, one of those shoegazer bands, has a song about Lilith Fair and why they didn't go. But that's not the title of the song, but everyone thinks the title of this song is called I Didn't Go to Lilith. I don't know. I got to look that one up. But I'm going to do it right now. Why not? I'm not going to play the song because I can't. But let's see. Shoegazer band. If you know what a shoegazer band is, we are friends. I know which one it is. Lilith Fair. Containing the term? Okay, so shoegazer band did not work. My Bloody Slow Dive. Yeah, I think it might have been Slow Dive. It was Cocteau Twins. It was Cocteau Twins. That's what it was. Cocteau Twins had a song about Lilith Fair, but it's not actually about Lilith Fair or something like that. Cocteau Twins. Man, I haven't even listened to this band. Fuck Lilith Fair. That supposedly was the name of the band, but actually I think it was called something else. Scottish. Dream Pop. That's why. I think we're calling it Dream Pop, not Shoegazer. I'd always known it was called Shoegazer, and the reason why I remembered that is because these bands would plug their guitars into these giant racks full of pedals. And so they would be using all of the different pedals while they were playing. And it got to the point where they were pressing those pedals so often they couldn't look anywhere else. Hence the term shoegazer, because it looked like they were just staring at their pedals the entire time. Anyways, I'm going to listen to that later too, after I listen to Hand Truck. Man, how about that? Deep dive into some weird random memory recess. Next thing you know, someone's got to text me and be like, I remember shoegazer music, and I also remember EN websites. And then it's like just going to devolve to going to rotten.com. On this day 5 years ago, the First Amendment is not violated when private citizens protest. The First Amendment protects the right to protest. Yes, First Amendment is for protecting the right to protest. First Amendment does not cover hate speech. But you don't have to talk today. Let's see. Democratic Socialists of America post a thing for Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. Dear Miss Thatcher, we are deeply disturbed by your government's unwillingness to stop the abuse, humiliation, and degrading treatment of the Irish prisoners now on hunger strikes in North Ireland. We ask you to end your intransigent policy towards the prisoners before the reputation of the English people for fair play and simple decency is further damaged in the eyes of the people of Vermont and the United States. This was written back in 1981. This was signed by Bernie Sanders. This is how long he has been fighting for us. Pretty amazing, right? God, Margaret Thatcher was a terrible person. Love the fact that she started punk rock, but ugh. Let's see. 5 years ago today, mic drop. Democratic Socialist is not a Marxist socialist or communist. A democratic socialist is still a capitalist, just one who seeks to restrain the self-destructive excesses of capitalism and channel government's use of our tax money into creating opportunities for everyone. Democratic socialists believe that both the economy and society should be run democratically to meet human needs, not simply to make profits for a greedy few.
I'll be right back.
Bye, I'll miss you. See, look, I started talking about politics and everyone's like, ugh. And then they left. So here we go. Look, 28 comments, 17 shares. Was there a fight? Yes, there was a fight. Look at Ian O'Brien. Yeah, it's kind of hard to have a discussion when you repost someone else's inaccurate talking points and then drop the mic. First off, I said, well, yeah, maybe someone should make sure their talking points are accurate, which these talking points are accurate. Secondly, just because I dropped the mic doesn't mean you can't get up on stage and try to pick it back up. Probably get your teeth kicked in, but yeah, well, I'd have a lot of respect for you actually. If I dropped that mic and you came up and you grabbed it and you started talking, I'd be like, more power to you. Thank you for at least doing something instead of mumbling shit under your breath in the audience. But here we are. Intimacy is not purely physical. It's the act of connecting with someone so deeply you feel like you can see into their soul. It's a nice feeling. I'm glad to have it. Look, one share, but it's not a public share. Who knows who shared it? Who shared it? Did you share it? If you're the one who shared it, get into the chat. Talk to me. Let's find out. Let's find out why you shared it, and then you made it private so I couldn't tell you shared it. Because that's weird. All right, 5 years ago, stop looking for a partner. Focus on your goals and rebuilding your life. The right person will eventually find their way to you. Here I am talking about her, and she's not in the room. So hopefully she watches the broadcast later. Or maybe she's upstairs pooping and watching the broadcast. If you're pooping right now while watching this, please drop a note in the comments. 5 years ago today, hashtag summer goals. Listening to radio, snogging in the woods. Isn't that great? That's amazing. There's one comment. What's that comment? Hubba hubba. Thank you, Sandra Lily, for hubba hubbaing my post. If that's a thing. Oh, look. 5 years ago, stop taking these goddamn quizzes. No, you ain't the boss of me. Yeah, you are definitely one of those people who take those quizzes. On this day 4 years ago, compassionate disattachment becomes abject disregard. Maybe in the next life when we're both cats. Yeah, I got involved with a junkie. Things did not go well. I had to walk away from the mess. I tried real hard to help her out for a while, and then it was yeah. So you cannot save everyone. You cannot rescue everyone. And yeah, my long history of trying to be the knight in shining armor that would rescue damsels in distress came to a screeching end when I almost got killed over it. 4 years ago today, St. Patrick's at Varner's. Yep, sitting there and drinking. What else are you going to do? Eat hot wings, I guess. On this day 4 years ago, look, I'm at another place. I'm at Castaway's Bar and Grill. It is that sort of bar. See that? Look at the fist holes in the men's room door from the outside, which meant someone was real mad outside the bathroom. Yeah, they're probably glory holes. Thank you, Adam. I believe it. And no, there was no pee trough in there. Dude, I have not seen a pee trough outside of Texas. And that was at the Texas Renaissance Fair, so you figure that one out. 2 years ago today, Hollywood Undead is just boneless Slipknot. Look at that. 32 people agreed with me. Everyone's all like, facts. You're not wrong. Boneless baked Slipknot, where the skin is still gelatinous and a baby is rapping. Oh, if it's got bones, it's gay. So you're a big gay now. I don't make the rules. That's Brad. He really wants me to be gay. Sorry, Brad. Don't mean to disappoint you, but I'm not. Believe me, I tried. Yeah, but it was like high school. I was also into skateboarding. On this day 2 years ago, I'm glad social media platforms have been vigilant about our safety by flagging women's nipples, but can they please move on to curbing white nationalist murderers? Nope. No, sorry, that's not what Facebook is for. Facebook is only for protecting white men. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't make the rules. 2 years ago today, hey, St. Patrick, we'll stay here. We are still here. Yep. Something about annihilating the druids, conducting exorcisms. Man. So, yeah, that's my pattern for today. Hating on St. Patrick's Day. And it going over nowhere. Like, no one cares. On this day 2 years ago. Hey, first off, crop your screenshot, you heathen. Second off, you charge your battery. You're giving me anxiety. Let's see. 38, look, a lot of that. 38 likes. 38 likes, 7 shares. 1 comment. Oh, what's the comment? Someone applauding. Oh, hey, Nikki. Congratulations. Hello there. She's pretty cool. I dig her. I have an idea for you pro-lifers out there. Instead of protesting outside a legal abortion clinic, why don't you go inside the clinic? And each young lady that walks into the clinic with the intention of having an abortion, you tell them that it's not necessary because you are there to sign papers stating your intention to adopt and care for the unborn child. And assure her that you will love and nurture that child for the rest of its life. Also, tell her she has nothing to worry about because you will also be handling all of her medical bills during her pregnancy. If you don't want to do all those things, perhaps you should stay the fuck out of her business. That's right. So that's, what, 4 or 5 political rants? Socio-political rants today? Flat earthers accidentally prove the earth is round. True story. They did this laser test, dude, and they're all like, so lasers are always in a straight line, and we're going to put a bunch of holes through some boards, and then we're going to shoot the laser through it. And, well, if the earth is flat, you'll be able to see that laser through all the holes forever. And then they noticed that the laser pointer was kind of drifting, right? Like, and it wasn't like all the holes were all the same height off the ground. But no, it was slowly curving, slowly moving, proving once and for all that the Earth is round. You flat earthers are so dumb. And they're like, but that looks like a flawed piece of equipment that makes mistakes. No, it's the flat earthers. It's their brain that is flawed and making mistakes. Yes. On this day 2 years ago, who knows? Who knows what happened here? Because, look, it's gone. It's gone. Gone forever. Oh, well. I'm sure. Did anyone miss it? I don't miss it. I don't remember what it was. I can't miss it. On this day 2 years ago, changing your opinion based on new information is actually how things should work. That's how adults function. It's much better than sticking to your now misinformed dumbassery and making yourself look like a goddamn idiot. Thank you for your 12 likes and your 3 shares. No one made any comments because we're all on the same page here. Like, it's okay, dude. Change your opinion. Opinions are not malleable. That's a new word. Oh, an incoming call. This will be great. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice note, your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
Oh, damn. I love that. Like, I get calls about my car's extended warranty all the time, and I was so psyched to talk to him about that live on the air here. Damn it, next time. On this day 2 years ago, what started as an alt-right inside joke has now become an unironic white supremacist symbol after being used by the New Zealand terrorist. Because we live in a post-irony society. It's not memes. It started off as a joke, like a bunch of people on 4chan or whatever was like spreading the rumor that the OK symbol was a white power symbol. And it's like, yeah, they're fucking with people, they're trolling with people. But you know what? You troll someone long enough, they start to believe shit. So it was like, oh yeah, the OK symbol, that's white power. And everyone's like, no, it's not. Shut the hell up. But you know what? White power people believed it and started using it. And they adopted it. And guess what? Congratulations. The OK symbol became a white power symbol. Kind of like how the swastikas used to be all nice and pleasant and stuff. And now they're not. Like... You know how, like, corned beef hash in a can used to be great? And now it's terrible. Look, I don't even know what the connection was there, and I apologize. But yeah, surprise, white supremacist using the sign. You know what that means? They adopted it. So I don't know. It's not a heater gain moment. It's not a joke. It's not taken out of context. Like, that's how it is. And then you watch people in the White House using it. Like, I don't know about you, but if I was a White House employee or politician or something like that, like, if I heard rumor that this was a white power symbol, I would stop using it just for the sake of the rumor. Like, is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. This is like the whole thing is like, I'm a cop. The kid's got a gun. He's pointing a gun at me. Is it a real gun? Is it a fake gun? I'll tell you what, I'm not going to murder a kid over it. So 28 comments. I don't even need to look. I'm sure there was an argument. Someone was defending it. Okay, cool. Congrats, you defended it. Here we are 2 years later. Like, are you still defending it? Because I don't know anyone else who is. Okay. My life is irony, jokes, and comedy, and if I'm going to be hunted down and harpooned to death like the last dinosaur by rabid, unhumorous, anti-shitpost haters, it's worth it to escape the morbid world they live in. Thank you, the foundation of exceptional achievers. Dude, I loved tagging that place in my posts. I lived like right down the street from it. It made me laugh. That was the same place I tagged when I was talking about how if you got tattoos and you try to talk to my kids, I'm calling the cops. Which, I mean, dude, that was amazing. That was some great trolling. It happened yesterday. This is a picture of my daughter. This is proof positive that this is my daughter. Because, I mean, look at her. She's fucking falling down. Yep. That's my kid. Love her to death. 2 years ago, on second thought, maybe I should have gone. Yeah, Jenna Tortures is one of my favorite bands. They put on the best live show I've ever seen in my life. I have not seen them in 30 years. I was going to go. I would have volunteered to be hung on those hooks. Should have went. I did not go. Bummer. So cool. On this day 2 years ago, when you got screenshots that can ruin lives, friendships, and relationships, and somebody want to test your patience. Yep. A lot of people like that. You know why they like that? Because they know. Because they know. Like, you, like, dude, trust me. I got a folder on my Google Photo Cloud thing that, like, it is like a cancel culture spray waiting to open. Like, dude, I will. There's some people I would hose down. But anyway, you know what? Don't fuck with me. You won't get fucked back. So that's how that goes. Speaking of which, on this day 2 years ago, hey kids, just a reminder to be safe out there, and if you're doing intercourse tonight, use a condom. And if you can't find one, an empty Cheetos bag will do just fine. I recommend a hair tie around the bottom. So if you got to do it right. Otherwise, you'll make a mess. You'll get crumbs. That's worse than a poop noodle, trust me. All right, excellent. Check that out, dude. That is the end. We hope you enjoyed looking back and sharing your memories on Facebook, from the most recent to those long ago. You're all caught up. Check back tomorrow to see more of your memories. And that was the royal we. If you liked, I hope that you enjoyed it, my sharing of memories, and I hope that you learned something. I really hope you do. And if you did not learn something, I hope it was educational. And if it was not educational nor edutaining, my bad. Stop tuning in, I guess. On that note, I'm out. See you guys later. And go outside and play. Stay off the internet, dude. Just go. Bye. Goodbye. Back to the music. Oh, it's the on button.